later, but President Obama finally made some direct comments about selecting Merrick Garland, a white male, as his choice for the next Supreme Court justice, not a black woman. Last week while in Chicago, he had this to say and in a Q&A with some students there.
The way I've thought about diversity is not to think about any single seat as, oh, I've got to fill this slot with this demographic, but rather, if I've got a broad set of nominees to make, and this is true across the board, how do I make sure that I'm intentional throughout that process so that the talent of every American is, and every potential candidate gets a fair look. I have transformed the federal courts from a diversity standpoint with a record that's been unmatched. At no point did I say, oh, you know what, I need a black lesbian, from Skokie in that slot. Can you find me one?
See, now that pisses me off, okay, because he's being cavalier about this bullshit, all right? And my problem is this. His very first appointment got an opportunity to put an African-American woman on the court. Who does he pick? He picks a Hispanic American woman, puts her on the court. Okay, he ignores his biggest base, okay, and he didn't know how many opportunities he was going to have to place a Supreme Court justice on the court. Okay, fine. Second choice, he comes in, he picks a white woman that is LGBT, okay? He's talking about diversity. Wait a minute, we're still looking for that black woman that's going to give us diversity, and Clarence Thomas has fucked us, been fucking us, and will continue to fuck us for the next 20 some odd years, okay, in that vicinity. Okay, now that's strike 2. Now this is strike fucking 3, because when is Obama going to finally give us our due as far as proper representation is concerned on the Supreme Court? No, he turns around and picks some white Jewish dude. So, I don't want to hear shit from Obama as far as diversity is concerned, because he could have made that court even more diverse if he had picked an African-American woman and placed her on that court. Not only the diversity side of it, but it would have been a historic appointment, more so than this middle-of-the-road moderate, okay, Merrick Jarrett, who, if you really take a look at his record, I got a problem, with his record. So, we're trying to get that court to shift more to the progressive side, and this guy, I absolutely guarantee you, this guy will not do it. He is not a dependable vote as far as reversing Citizens United. He was anti-voting rights for the District of Columbia, so he's not a pro-voting rights guy. We got major problems with this. But Obama, is bending over and kissing Republican ass again, trying to get somebody confirmed by the GOP-led Senate, and you knew damn well that they weren't going to do it. And then yesterday, he did an interview with Wallace that said that he would not pull that nomination if Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders basically becomes the president-elect. And Bernie Sanders has said that Garrett's it would not be his choice. So the Republicans are going to take one look at that if either one of the Democratic nominee becomes president, and they're gonna run that Garrett appointment through faster than grease lightning. So again, this is just another instance of where I said Obama is fucking us, and he's basically trying to fuck us without the grease.
I mean, that's just not how I've approached it. So when I look at Merrick Garland, that was the person that the difference between the Supreme Court is just a handful of seats come up at any given time now. I appointed a Latino woman and another woman right before that. So, yeah, he's a white guy, but he's a really outstanding jurist. So,
yeah, you said the very first thing you said, yeah, he's a white guy. What happened to a black guy or a black woman? He's an outstanding jurist. Nah, bullshit. He's not an outstanding jurist. He's just been on the Federal Court of Appeals for the DC district forever. And you just thought that since the Republicans said that they like this guy, and he has a D behind his name, that you would be able to slip him through there. That's bullshit.
I think that's important.
Jameer, was the president being a bit dismissive of those of us who were calling for a black woman to go on the Supreme Court?
Yeah, he doesn't explain anything in his comments. I think for anything, it actually draws to the fact that he wasn't transparent in his process of choosing his nominee. And I think a lot of people are still questioning why not choose a black woman, or at the very least, talk about the question of why we need to have a diverse Supreme Court overall, because it isn't reflective currently now of the population. And I think specifically black women were his base. Like, they elected him the first and second time. And so constantly he overlooks them for qualified positions.
What the president's choice does is demonstrate that even though he's a brilliant man, ultimately we're all slaves to our personality. He wanted this not to become theater. He wanted to put forth a nominee that he thought was reasonable and that the Republicans couldn't say no to. He doesn't understand the game that they're playing.
Exactly.
And we thought that he was done compromising with them, but he's not. And so he can't talk to us now about why he didn't choose a black woman, but the fact of the matter is that this isn't our game. This isn't our fight. No one is passionate about this choice.
And in fact, should have been on my iPad. Politico has a piece said Inside Obama's Supreme Court Charm Offensive, that lays out how he purposely said to them he was going to pick a moderate. And the fact of the matter is, it ain't worked. The Giano Republicans still are blocking him. They got no intentions on actually meeting with him. Some are, but they have no intentions on holding a hearing or even voting for him.
Well, if I may, there have been some Republicans that have met with him. Mark Kirk.
I said they met with him. They met with him. Ain't nobody gonna vote.
Well, and then if we think about what the
Will there be a vote?
I have no idea.
Will there be a vote?
We'll have to find out.
I
am not a Republican member of the Senate, so
but
I
you
don't
are a
know.
Republican strategy.
Yes, I do.
And has McConnell said there will not be a hearing.
Let's be honest about it.
All right, yeah. Roland is like pushing this button because Roland damn sure don't know if there's going to be a vote. So what he's doing, trying to press the brother into saying, is that there won't be a vote. There may be a vote. There just may not be a vote until after the election. So Roland is wrong to try to push the brother on this. There won't be a vote right now. Yeah, pretty much, because even the Republicans that said that they would meet with the candidate, now two of them have reversed the direction again and said that now that they won't meet with the guy. But for Roland to push the brother on will there be a vote? Now that was just wrong. He shouldn't have done that. He's better than that.
Roland, the president and Senator Obama tried to filibuster.
Answer a question. Giano, answer a question. Has Mitch McConnell said there will not be a vote?
He has, absolutely.
Gotcha. All right, just making sure. I got to go to a break. All right, coming up, folks, here.
All right, so anyway, Giano's catching hell from Roland today. I don't know why. Roland must have woke up on the wrong side of the bed and decided today was Attack Republican Day. But, I guess Giano's taking it all in pretty much good stead.